Before I started the contract negotiation process, I had really no idea what it would be like. I thought it would be something more like the Norma Rae scene, going back and forth across the table, a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming, a lot of arguing. However, it was nothing like it. It was nothing like it.
And with the city, and it would be just a one-time process.
It was really a big round table. You had the city side, the bargaining committee side with Gloria Middleton and her committee.
But I never expected it to be so intense and so long. Every minute that we were there, we were working and negotiating and figuring monies that we had and what we didn't have and how we could spend everything and how we would be fair for everybody.
It was more like two people who'd known each other for a very long time coming to an agreement. Something that you don't every day hear about, especially with labor and management. I've been a shop steward for a long time, and I've heard stories between the two. This was nothing like it.
Being in the room and see how it was done, it was pretty much amazing because it was so professionally done between both parties.
I thought it would be a lot of no and I disagree and we cannot do that, but it was actually pretty calm.
The city side listened to our demands. They said, okay, we have a question on this, we get back to you. Gloria said no problem, and then we met, and the committee would always give the demand, and the city side would always say, we'll get back to you if it's something that they didn't understand.
We had a number cruncher with us, and then we had management on the other side telling us, well, we can get this, we can get that. And our number cruncher was on this side telling us, well, we need this, and this, and give us details. And we had it for them. So back and forth across the table to people again, mutual understanding, high levels of respect.
The city would go and talk, and then they would come back and they'd give us what they thought that we should take, and we would tell them what we thought that we needed. And
whenever one of the two parties would disagree with something or say, well, can we do this or can we do that, the parties would then separate individually and discuss it, come back and present their results, which was to benefit everybody. Everyone gained from it, so that was pretty cool.
The negotiation process time was not what I expected. I expected really to go in, do the demands, they say yes, nay, and then we felt that within 2 months' time, everything would be done, but that wasn't a process. The process is you go in with the demands, they have to now say, we'll think about this, we'll see what we can do, and then the committee will say, okay, we'll wait for you, we'll bargain with you. The time process is really lengthy because there's a lot of calculations that have to be done with the money that's given to the unions by the city. So it could be taken from up to 6 months to a year, or maybe longer.
And it went better than I thought it would, but it is a long process, a process that will take time every time. I could see why, because you have to all agree, and nothing is done until everybody agrees.
So there was no need for anything else but a room full of respect. There was a lot of confidence with the local. I'm very happy to say that, and we got the job done.
Was nominated in by the CWA stewards, and I was a part of the whole putting the demands together, counting out surveys and so forth. And so I want to say from soup to nuts, I was involved.
I was there from start to finish.
So my part in the negotiations took as long as everyone else's because we negotiated together.
It's not an overnight thing. Just as if you were negotiating a house, you can't go in and just say, well, this is what we're going to pay you. This is what we want you to get. No, you need to negotiate because you want to get the best deal for your money.
It was about a year before we came to contract terms.
The city would give you a percentage to work with, and the union have to decide where all the money is going to go to for the members, make sure the members get a good contract. If we don't use what the city is giving to us, they would definitely take all the money back.
No one would believe that it would take so much, like how every penny's counted, how every title is covered, and how we negotiate to make it good for everyone.
The members should understand that the negotiating process is not a 1, 2, 3 thing. It's a long process. It can take from 3 months to 6 months, sometimes a year, because the union wants to make sure that we are getting the best for our members. We have to consider that meetings are scheduled, they can be canceled, things could come up, they could say, no, we're gonna meet at another time. They have to also take into consideration that if we're not happy with what's given to us, we have to go back to the table.
It takes patience, it takes hard work, it takes respect, and it takes working together to make a difference.
When we ask you things like, get those surveys in, fill it out, make sure you have all your demands listed, be detailed, as detailed as possible. We really need that because that's what we're gathering our information from, and it takes time to do that. And once we've got all of that hammered out, then we need to sit down and to figure, well, what's really feasible here?
What I would like the rest of the union members to understand is, again, it's not an overnight process. What I wish would happen is the members become more involved, because to be a part of the process is open to anyone. And if you're a member in good standing, if you're a steward and you want to be a part of these type of events that goes on, then you have to be proactive and get involved. So you will see what it's all about. CWA was very transparent.
Transparency regarding the contract, especially this contract? Are you kidding me? There was always something. Our members were quite informed. If it wasn't the newspaper, if it wasn't the email, if it wasn't a telephone call, if it wasn't the reps calling me, if it wasn't that or something else, there was always an update. There was always transparency every step of the way. I was on the committee. I'm also a shop steward. I got all kinds of stuff. So I know as a member myself, there's nothing that was left, no stone left unturned. We were definitely informed.
If you don't get involved, you will not understand how hard it is to work.
I would say that before the members listen to any type of rumors, that they should contact CWA Local 1180. There's always someone there on hand to speak to a member about anything that might be concerning to them. They can go on Facebook, they can go through Instagram. You have on-site meetings with your shop steward. You have a staff rep that you can talk to. So, I would advise them not to listen to rumors, because that's just what rumors are. Rumors are meant to hurt people, and it needs to end, because we're stronger than that. We have to stick together and be a collective team to be able to fight for the next contract.
I think that all union members should understand and should know the union. They should know more about the union. They should be more involved with the union, so that when things like contract negotiations happen, they won't think that it's a 1, 2 in and out process, and it's not.
We're dealing with labor and we're dealing with management, and we have to come to that happy medium. Now, you want what you want. Our members want what they want, and we are definitely here to try to get them what they want. So that takes time. We have to discuss it. We have to number crunch. We have to talk. We have to advise. We have to do all of those things to make sure that when we hammer down that contract, it's hammered down. It's a rock solid. There's nothing for them to dispute. There's nothing for them to say, well, I don't think so. No, there are a lot of things that are involved when talking about negotiating a contract. I wish it could be sooner, but nothing in this life having is ever just fly by night. You have to take your time with it.